Hey, we're back. I think.
Not even
Yeah,
pictured.
the the whole house went out, but I don't know what's causing this. It's a weird one. But anyway, we've had broadband problems, so we are back.
I think
Um,
Dusty's chewing cables.
no, I don't know what it is. It's a weird one. For everything to go down, it just assumes that it's an island issue or something. So I've reset the router and we're okay at the moment. But and I'm not pixelated, which is always a good sign, or not, as you might agree. I'm sorry I lost the last few comments. I know there was something that Chris had said, but well, if you want to come back and tell us what you said, because I can't access it again now that I'm on the software. But anyway, we were just about to go through the banner, I think, were we not?
Were we? Okay,
Well,
right.
we've got a happy birthday to make, haven't we?
Oh, we do have a happy birthday to make. And it's a big birthday as well. It's a big birthday. Um, and I think Jane's watching. I did see Jane coming on. Alan Marriott celebrated his 90th birthday. There's a lot of really big birthdays in this island just
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
And obviously that's really difficult when everyone's self-isolating. I think family members sent individual video messages. So they've got 5 children, 7 grandchildren, 4 great-grandchildren. Oh, and number 5 is on the way. Yay.
It's another
So,
expensive Christmas for them as well, isn't it?
so basically they're all wishing him a happy birthday. And Sally had sent me a wee note last night saying Alan's secret to staying fit and healthy is his love of family and keeping busy. Most days he's out in his vegetable garden or tinkering with some old car or on his tractor. He was on his tractor the last time I walked up Golf Course Road. He did it up himself and he cuts the grass or he's making hay. Making hay sounds quite fun actually.
Aha, yeah. Yeah, I think he cuts his own lawn with his tractor, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's got a very big lawn.
Oh, he
Yeah.
would have to have, yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, happy birthday, Alan.
Yes, happy birthday.
He
That's
looks
good.
really good actually for his age. Have you got
Yeah.
photographs?
Yes, I've just put them up while you've been yashing. Yeah.
All right, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
I was saying
Well
to
done.
Sally and Jane the other night that I was really missing because Margaret, sadly, who's no longer with us, was a fantastic hairdresser, and I was really missing her when I was trying to do my own hair, thinking.
I think everybody are missing her at the moment. Yeah. Well, I'm not obviously too worried.
So yeah.
Good. Well, the banner's 24 pages this week, which is something under the current circumstances.
I think they're doing incredibly well. I mean, they're because there's not a lot to report on at the moment,
No,
really.
no.
Um,
So we've
but
got.
Davy, I mean, Big Davy, this man amazes me.
Yeah, let me get that on.
Not dragging an anvil up goat fell or chains, lugging chains about. He's now got an 8 stone barrel from the distillery. I mean, that's almost my weight. I mean, good grief, that's really heavy. And he's gonna lug that round. Obviously with Fraser Aitchison on tow taking really good photographs of it, so that's good. We'll get a photographic thing round the island, and he's doing this for the Samaritans, which obviously is a huge thing all the time, but especially now. I think people are.
Is the barrel full?
I don't. I think he'd get mugged.
I was going to say there'd be people running around with little pickaxes, wouldn't there?
Yeah, I think so. But if you want
Um,
to donate to Big Davy, I mean, I know he was saying that said it in the banner too that obviously a lot of people are really tight for money just now. They're not earning the same. But if you can donate anything, if you just go onto the Just Giving page and it's just Big Davy, you'll find it. You'll find him easy enough. So yeah, I mean he's 59. I
yeah.
don't know. I can see Davy at 90 still coming up with things that he's going to drag round or up hills or he's incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Broddick Castle.
Yeah, well, it's the National Trust in general. I think they're all.
Yeah. I mean, it's fairly critical, and it's another year they won't be open. They've only been open, was it 1 or 2 years since they had refurbed?
I know, and I mean, what they've done in the castle is fantastic. I mean, they've really they've kind of they've made it really interesting. So it's a shame after all the hard work and
Yeah.
then well, there's so many things for kids too up there. So it is a real shame.
Yeah,
But
I really hope that there's something can be done about opening the grounds up there's one thing we didn't mention last week, and this is kind of related, was that you walk down Shore Road in Brodick now, and the grass and the daisies are up to about 6 inches high. And I don't know what, because no one's been in the castle grounds other than Jared, who lives up there, will know what the grass
That's a
is
lot
like.
of garden to maintain.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's if there's been no maintenance up there, it must be quite fun to go up there in a couple of months' time after this rain and sun we've had.
Check that Jared's okay, that
He's
not
fine. I actually
up there.
I do see him quite regularly, because obviously I walk up Knock Gorge, as you know, and he's often up there with his dog or his wife. So, but yeah, it's
rattling chains round and anything.
yeah. I'm really hoping that the gardens at least will open up, because with this huge amount of sunshine we've had, and now with probably an appropriate amount of rain as well, they'll be looking fantastic up there. Some of the plants up there,
beautiful.
I mean, as you've seen from my pictures as well, the trees are particularly nice at the moment. They're in full leaf going up the gorges, so it is rather nice up there. But yeah, I'll be ashamed if
for bees though, is this not quite good for bees, that the daisies, and I mean Fiona gets really upset when I cut the grass too soon, and the daisies and everything disappear.
Yeah,
because she said they're so pretty.
We've had a lot of bumblebees. I don't know whether anybody else has experienced this, but we've had a lot of bumblebees just in the grass. I mean, you can walk out in the mornings and there's half a dozen of them just sitting in the grass. Maybe they're just waiting for the sun to warm them up so they can take off. But I don't know how that works. Whether do they work that way, bumblebees? But Dusty's eaten 2 already, and he's lucky that he hasn't been stung yet.
What, the actual bumblebee? Oh.
He's eaten 2 bumblebees already. Yeah.
Oh, good grief.
Mick and Elizabeth are now saying they can see us clearly. Thank you. Vicky Ewell from is she ACVS, Vicky? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Brodick Castle have donated 600 chocolate eggs to North Ayrshire Food Bank, which they sadly could not use in Easter holidays, but they have gone to a very good cause. So there we go. Nothing like a good bit of chocolate. What else we got from the banner, Heather?
What else have we got from the banner? Unfortunately, I mean, it's been inevitable, but the McClellan Festival has been cancelled. They made the decision. I know it's not until later, but so many things have to be put in place in advance. So, it's another one that sadly has been cancelled.
Yeah.
The good thing, I mean, if it's a good thing, I mean, more and more people there's more and more things that are going on virtually. And it's amazing me how many people that have never really worked that much with computers or cameras or anything like that are now becoming quite adept actually at videoing themselves playing music or doing classes. So I mean that's good. I know you can't do it with everything.
No.
In fact, even just people are developing new skills. I mean, you've turned into a landscape gardener now, haven't you?
I know. It's bizarre what I'm up to. I mean, I don't know. I think maybe I was talking to somebody the other day. I can't remember who it was, and I think maybe you just hit that age where you think, oh, actually, I saw my dad doing that when he was in the garden at his age, so I should be able to do it. But so far, I haven't had any catastrophes. The pending catastrophe is I'm putting a boardwalk around the garden eventually, but it's going down to a little L-shaped thing at the moment, and that involves things like sledgehammers and concrete. So it's a good job in that respect that the hospital doesn't have any cases of coronavirus, because I could be quite a regular attendee if I don't watch what I'm doing. But no, I've been enjoying it. I mean, it's really good, and it just gives me a little bit of an excuse to go onto Amazon and buy some new power tools.
It's encouraging to see, and I've been talking to different people they're doing courses or just different things, are being creative in a way that they've never had the chance to do or thought about doing. So it's good. I mean, I think I'm going to go back through the Duolingo again for the Gaelic. I did it and I finished it, and then because I'm not using it all the time, I thought a lot of it's gone already.
Yeah.
So I think if I go back through it, I'll retain more of it, which will really drive Les and Fiona nuts, because I was doing a lot of Gaelic when I was doing that.
Indeed. Back to coronavirus just briefly. There's still the same number of cases that we had probably 2-3 weeks ago now. So we've still only got 5 registered cases here. And if that's the same 5, then I would think those people must be fairly much through it most of the time now. I don't know for
Well,
sure.
there's been no new cases in the past
No.
2, so that's good.
I know somebody local has tried to get over on the ferry to go to Aldi, and he was declined. So
Well, CalMac have been turning people away at the other side. They're asking, and
Yeah.
it's not really their job to have to do that, but they've
No.
been very supportive of the island. They've been asking for, I think it's driver's licenses and things like that, just to prove that you are a resident or you have a reason to come.
Yeah.
I mean, I was reading this morning. I follow Neil Gaiman, the author, and he was in New Zealand and he's gone to Skye because he's got a house in Skye, and there's a big hoo-ha about that. And you know, there's mixed views on it. If you have a house and you're going to go and self-isolate for a couple of weeks, is that safe? Is it not safe? Should you not be doing that? Travelling? I don't know. There's just so much.
There's been some bizarre instances of cross-border things between Scotland and England where, you know, families are split because of the border in a way that they would never have been affected by before. So
That's the same in Wales. I mean, well,
yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
Wales and
And this business of, you know, you can have your cleaner come in, but you're not allowed to have your mother come in the house. So your mother sets up a job as a cleaner and then comes in.
But one of the best ones I saw on, I thought online was in England, you're not allowed to have people in your house, but estate agents are allowed to open up. So someone said, "Well, I'm going to put my house on the market, and my mum and dad are coming to view it tomorrow at 5."
And the politician that I watched this morning, I can't remember which one it was. They're all the same to me. Was saying, well, it's presumed that the cleaner's not going to give you a hug when she walks through the door. I mean, it just gets so bizarre.
I do find that really hard sometimes. You know, if you're out and about and you see someone you know, I'm quite a huggy person, and you know, you have to stop yourselves from giving them a hug.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, you know, is everyone still, when we come out of this, going to feel like that? Are we all still going to be a wee bit of, you know, keep a distance?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think I mean, I think the people on Arran I've seen fall into one of two camps. They're either, oh, I'm not really that worried about the virus too much. I'll respect the distancing stuff, but you know, come and see what my, you know, I've had a plumber up, for instance, to sort my water out and that sort of thing. And, you know, they're just not worried about the issues too much. And then you get the other ones that are, you know, at the windows making sure that Mrs. Miggins next door hasn't been to the co-op 3 times in 24 hours or whatever.
No, but, well, I know we've talked about this before, but nobody really knows where people are going or what they're about. So, you know, just get on with your own life. I know.
Yeah.
Oh, the shore in Whiting Bay are doing, well, they've been doing takeaway. Sorry, it just came to mind when I looked down there and I was thinking about tonight. The shore in Whiting Bay have been doing takeaway frozen meals. You go down, get them, stick them in the oven, done. We did this a couple of weeks ago, and they're really good. But they've now they had the Friday night, you know, bring your own bottle and come for a meal. Well, now it's like keep your bottle at home and come down and get the meal and take it up the road. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what they're going to put on the menu for that. But there are more of the restaurants are offering takeaway. I'm not sure. I saw one going up. I've forgotten what it was called now. I should have made a note of it. There's a few places on the island through Facebook. You know, pictures are going. We're going to offer takeaway, which is great. It just makes it a bit different.
I know. I miss a good Chinese or Indian or anything at the moment, but anyway. Those days will come back.
I mean, mealtime's always been a big thing in our house, but it's become a bigger thing now. You know, and
mealtimes are almost 24 hours, 24/7 in your house, as far as I can understand.
Yeah, I know, and the dishes just never they're just constant. You know that you clear them, and then there's something else. But then, I mean, Les and Fiona just they graze all day. So yeah.
While you're thinking of whatever else you've got on your list, I'll just explain a post that I put on Arran Graphics. It's kind of important to me that this gets out there, and I want to clarify things as well. We're 24 years old this year, and I thought it was 25 until I looked at the diary. And I have another year at the premises at Clydach, and the premises opposite. These girls are already thinking of coming out and getting somebody else in, and mine isn't really sort of based on coronavirus as much. It's more to do with the fact that, as you say, people have had a chance to sit down and chill out and think about things at home. I was never actually anticipating taking the lease beyond 2022. If those of you who remember the situation, Aaron Active used to have my premises. So what's going to happen at the moment, I've spoken to Charles Ford this morning, is that I will probably stay there until December 2021. But if I can get out earlier, if somebody's looking for business premises somewhere in Brodick or just outside, then I'm happy to talk to anybody about it. And it will just be the retail side of things that there may be a hiccup with. The design, the printing, and all that will carry on. In fact, it could get a little bit better as far as me getting out to see people a lot more, and also getting reasonable prices and deals through that don't justify having to have an office that has high overheads as Cladach does. So if anybody's interested in Cladach as a business, as the Old Court House, it's a 2-story building. You can get in touch with me, and also I'm also keen to look at potentially carrying on with the property, but having some kind of hub there with a few businesses inside it, that we could all share the same space and share the same amount of rent and all that kind of stuff. So that was a general thing. It's on my Facebook page, and if anybody's interested in the building itself or whatever.
It's on mine too. I did share it.
Yeah, I appreciate that. But there's also the issue of if I do take the wholesale stuff and the retail stuff away from the business, where am I going to put it? And I don't want to wake up in the morning with boxes of t-shirts surrounding me. So there's a potential there for a whole ready-made business for somebody if they've already got a business and want to extend it, or if they're coming to Aaron or they're here already and want to set up in business. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to pay me tens of thousands of pounds just yet, but it can go filter through. I haven't spoken to Ingrid in much detail about this. I know roughly what she's thinking, but it would be interesting to see what happens with some of the stuff we do, because we're very unique in some of the products that we do, like the t-shirts and little Aaron stickers that have gone around the world on the back of your car and all that sort of thing. So, but there's more information on Aaron Graphics Facebook page anyway.
Does that include Goat Fell that's inside the building?
Goat Fell's a bit of a problem. I built Goat Fell just after I came back from the States last October, so the bulk of the tourists haven't actually seen my Goat Fell model nor the refurbished shop. And the unfortunate thing is Goat Fell cannot be moved out of there unless we take one of the walls down at the door, because the door's a bit narrower than the width of the model, unfortunately. So, and I don't think it will tip up on its side either. So, it wasn't really meant to be moved as much as the original one wasn't. So I don't know.
So it won't even be close to a Monroe if it comes out of there.
No, it'll be a dinner on the floor type looking thing, I think. But I don't know. We'll see. If I can get it out there, I know somebody that will take it. But it's a big model. It's 8 foot by 4 foot, so it's a huge.
It's pretty much to scale as well, isn't it? I mean, it is a scale model.
Yeah. Mick Millard saying our daily discussion is what are we having for dinner tomorrow? One of my friends posted. I think it was actually Janice that posted up the conversation in her house was solely about what are you eating.
I like it because we're all taking turns. I mean, we do take turns anyway, but we're doing it more. And we all cook differently. We've all got a different approach to how we would make things, so it's quite fun.
Well, the co-ops, I mean, there's certainly we've got a good range of stuff in the co-op. Again, there doesn't seem to be too much of that. Then running out of stuff. There's toilet rolls galore in there yesterday. They even had kitchen rolls in quite a big quantity yesterday as well.
Oh, do they? Oh,
yeah. So it's just the odd thing, which is common, in any supermarket, that something will just run out really quickly. But it's mostly the bizarre stuff, that you might be looking for.
I noticed too that if the good weather comes back in, there's lots of barbecue things too.
Oh, and we did need to do another mention about the competition we had last week. Andy Grazier won the canvas, but he's donated it to Arcas, so we're gonna give it to Lisa to do something with. So that was that one. My competition for this week is based on what we were just saying about the co-op, and as anybody can tell me where the dried yeast is in the co-op, I will bake them a loaf of bread, because I cannot ever find the dried yeast. And strangely, I know it's not near the bread flour where you'd expect it. So if you've tuned back in and you can tell me where the dried yeast is, that would be really good. because now that you have to do this one-way thing, if I find it's at the beginning of the shop somewhere, it'll take me hours. But if anyone knows where it is, that'll be helpful. That's the only reason I've done this video today, is to ask where the dry yeast is in
Where
the
the
co-op.
yeast is.
Anyway,
I know, because you can't really. Although I don't know, sometimes people double but it's quite fun. You know, you have to be aware of it, and you're more focused on what you're doing and stick to your list. It's good.
indeed.
Uh, dolphins. Lots. I don't have any photographs, but there've been some cracking video footage
Yeah.
of dolphins going around the island.
Yep, there were dolphins off Corrie the other day. I think it was Rosalind that got woken early by somebody, next door neighbour, and she was out. Rosalind Green, I was out down photographing or videoing the dolphins. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I'm really, really close. Somebody said orcas as well, and I saw photographs of orcas go up, but I think it was further north. So I don't know, has anyone else seen orcas about? Kind of puts me off kayaking a bit when you start talking about orcas and stuff like that.
I think the orcas are fine. I think it's. I remember up in Loch Ransa, I was up there one day in my dad's dinghy. It's just a 12-foot rowboat. Took it out into the middle of the bay, and it was one of these warm, flat, calm August, September days. And a whole bunch of people were standing at the end of the pier, sort of waving at me in this really strange way. And I couldn't quite figure out what they were talking about. I had a 6-pack of Budweiser, and my rod was over the back of the boat. I wasn't bothered. And all of a sudden, my line just drifted in a very unnatural direction away from the dinghy. And when I got up, leant over the back of the boat, it must have been a 16-foot basking shark, just there right at the back of the boat. And I know they don't hurt you, but
They'll tip you.
just seeing that size of beast, just a minute, I absolutely flipped. So I just patted the water in it, and it just slowly submerged. But yeah, it was a bit scary.
Yeah, I don't like them that close. And I'm sorry, you see the fin and you just
Yeah.
hear the Jaws theme
No,
tune.
it's they're a very ugly and very aggressive looking thing, but yeah, they can only just suck you up, I suppose. But yeah, it's just I think that sort of animal is more likely to capsize you rather than turn you over and eat you. Yvonne Randall is saying, I can tell you, and that's Yvonne works at the co-op, so she knows where the yeast is. And she's just said, I can tell you. She hasn't actually said where it is. So thank you, Yvonne, for that teaser. God's sake. Anyway, Mountain Festival, they're looking like switching to next year. I'll try and get this on the other camera. That's the Banners article again. The spotlight is switching to next year's Mountain Festival. Understandably, but I know there's been quite a few people going up Goat Fell in the last few weeks. I don't see anything wrong with it. You're hardly going to catch or give anything while you're walking up the mountain. But
I think the main thing is that if you tripped or fell or something happened, it calls out the emergency
yeah,
service.
yeah,
Is that not the same with travelling by car? It's not that if you're in your car, you're safe, you're not spreading it, but if anything happens to you while you're in your car and it involves somebody else to help.
I suppose. Yes, I suppose so. Good. All right. Have you got anything else?
Just one more thing. Crofters.
Yes.
Crofters in Brodick. The kind of pinky. I don't know what colour it is. Would you say it was pink or?
No, it's gone a sort of burgundy with dark grey signage.
Okay, we'll call it burgundy colour.
Thanks.
Place in the,
yeah, more like a Merlot or maybe a light Shiraz.
Well, CAMS has organised some of the regular musicians to host a virtual open mic, and that's next Saturday, the 23rd of May, and it's on at 4 o'clock, and it's on probably for about an hour. So some people are going to be singing songs and playing tunes for an hour. It's a nice idea, actually. It's a really good idea. Lots of fabulous music actually going up online just now. I've been watching Duncan Chisholm most mornings. He's been playing a tune a day, and now he's got other people involved in it. It's really good fun.
I think we should get you to do a rendition of Somewhere Over the Rainbow, seeing everybody else is doing it.
No.
Why not? Why not?
Well, I could do. Moira Starks, the music teacher, did a beautiful arrangement of that tune. It was one of her favourite tunes. I don't know if anyone else remembers Moira. I used to go for piano lessons to her. Lovely, lovely woman. I really liked her. and she did some really cool stuff. But Over the Rainbow was one of the arrangements she did for piano, which I might somewhere have a copy of. That could probably be put onto a harp. Yeah, possibly.
It's in G mostly. I was doing it earlier on with a Foo Fighters backing, and it was quite interesting.
Oh,
But,
right.
yeah. Mm-hmm. I'll spare you that one. Right. Well, that was take 2 of our video. I'm sorry we got interrupted for 15 minutes. We'll blame my broadband, but I'm not entirely sure.
Definitely blaming you anyway.
Yeah, just blame me. I don't mind. Just blame me. I don't care. And we will see you next week, hopefully with an update with whatever's going on.
And the only thing I'd like to mention just at the very end is forget about this, the Keep Aaron talking. If you're isolated and you want to talk to someone, CVS, they're happy for you to call. And there is the Armir as well. If you're worried about anything or you're just feeling low, you can phone them and there's always somebody there to talk to you. So that's always a good thing to mention.
And there's also the alcohol aisle in the co-op as well. That's a really good place to meet people. Sorry, are we off there yet? Right.
If anyone has anything else that they want put over, just like messages.
Yeah. Ping us.
Put something up.
We've got a very big birthday coming up. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're getting into birthdays.
We're doing the birthdays. Yeah, we're going to have to come up with a birthday jingle, I think.
Or swap shops. I quite like the idea of a swap shop. There's so much stuff.
I think we're going to. I'm standing by this garage sale, car boot sale, come barbecue, bring your own bottle of whatever in the garden here. I think we could do quite a good mixture of stuff.
Big enough to social distance, yeah.
Well, yeah, we'll see what we're allowed to do, but I'm sure. I mean, I don't know about you, but I have been filling the black and blue bin twice a week at the moment, and
oh no,
I think a lot of people are clearing out and finding that their bins aren't big enough. And one thing I've always wanted to do is mention what bin it is this week, because people are forgetting what day of week it is. So it's certainly it's in Brodick. It's tonight, and it's blue. But
that'll be blue bin all over the island. We have ours on a Tuesday. We get ours emptied on a Tuesday.
Right. Okay. Well, they're up at my house at 7 o'clock in the morning on the dot. So it's a blue bin day tomorrow, and ours is chock-a-block full of all sorts of crap that we've found in the garage.
Wine bottles.
Yes. Yeah. Lots of wine bottles. Yeah. Alrighty.
Okay.
We shall see you all next week. Apologies again, and hopefully we'll have sorted this out properly by next week.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Bye. Stay safe.
Bye.
Well.